Welcome back to recreating every single Pinterest look I've ever pinned, and though this is an Instagram post, I found it on Pinterest. I'm gonna prep with some lip balm. This is the Topicals lip balm. This is the mint one. When you put this on at night, you will wake up and this will still be on your lips, and I'm a side sleeper. It is incredible and the most long-lasting lip balm I've ever used. It's not sponsored. The Topicals Skin Salve Mint Lip Balm. She's glowy. I'm going in with the Saie Illuminizing Warm Glow super gel. This is such a beautiful glowy primer. I'm gonna go in with the Lumi Glotion. We are really amping up the glow here. This is in the shade, I have been using this, guys, since I was like 16. This is in the shade 903 Medium Glow, but I also have the lighter shade. I love these. I think they are fantastic if you want to turn any kind of foundation into a more glowy base, but like super hack, wear this on natural bare skin underneath your SPF and you have like the slightest bit of tint and your skin just looks like you've drank enough water like you're supposed to. I've been obsessed with the L'Oreal Faux Brow for literally 6 months straight now, I think going on 7 months, but I'm gonna use a little bit of the chocolate dip brow pomade. We're not gonna do a super structured brow or like a super dark brow, just kind of running this through a little bit. She has a pretty structured eye look, so I am gonna prep with the Tarte Shape Tape. Such minimal coverage that I'm actually just gonna go in with concealer on my base and a lot of bronzer, and I'm mostly just gonna conceal where I get a lot of hormonal redness. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Laura Geller concealer under the eye and under the cheekbones. Milani Cheek Kiss bronzer as always, but this is in the shade Spilling Tea. Sometimes I use Hey Honey. She is so bronzy and it is so beautiful. Specifically, I'm noticing lots of bronzer on her nose. Pro tip, I like to put a little bronzer right above my Cupid's bow and below my lips here. When everything is said and done, it's going to give the illusion of a really nice, like, larger lip. I feel like just a slightly darker blush would look better than this, but we're gonna start with this. This is the Saie Cutie blush. The shade is Cutie, and it's their Dew blush. And this is Black Cherry from Huda Beauty, and I'm gonna use like the tiniest little bit of this because a little goes a really long way of this formula, and kind of focus this on the center apples, brushing that out with the same brush. And that's giving me a little bit more flush of color. See the difference? Taking this down my chin and onto my forehead. Yes, this is the third concealer I've used today, but we need just a little brightness. And sometimes when you are recreating a look, you have to layer, which is why we go thin layers, so we can intentionally place everything and so we can build things up if we really need to. I'm going to not fully blend this in. I'm gonna blend it and kind of spread around, really, is what I'm doing. Spreading this with my brush, making sure I'm getting it up on the bridges of my nose, keeping this in a straight line as much as possible. It's totally not straight, it's literally completely sideways. Going in with my damp sponge. This is an important part, faux freckles, and she's got a ton of them, but now that I'm looking at my nose, this needs to be more bronzed, less highlighted than what it is. Again, light layers and going back and forth with freckle pin and lots of faux freckles, and I mean lots. Really show me it primarily has them on her nose and right across the bridge of her nose, so that might have been a little overboard on my part. Taking a break from the face and moving on to the eyes, we're going to go in with the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Essential Artistry Edit eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here, and I'm going to put this in the crease. Fluffy brush, and we're gonna put this shade all over the inner corner. Taking the darkest shade in this palette and going ahead and creating this smoky liner. Now we're going to take no additional product, same brush, and just start blending that. Using the same brush, same palette, going into this much lighter shade. Clean this up just a little bit with our little foundation brush. I get Forever Anywhere Caffeine and going into this reddish brick brown color. And with a tiny liner brush, this super dark brown shade. Oh, I have black liner on this brush. This super dark brown shade and keep that really, really low. I did have the NYX chocolate brown liner, which would have been perfect for this inner corner wing, but I cannot find it anywhere. It's driving me nuts. It is one of my favorite liners. I need to get it, like a replacement. So I'm going to use this one from Judy Doll. It is the warmest brown eyeliner I have out of all the ones I swatched. And we're going to do an inner corner wing, but our baseline is going to connect. And then you're going to draw it all the way across. When you get to this point though, you're going to draw it outward. She's using a baby pink on her waterline. I don't have baby pink, so I am using a nude. When you get to this part, you're going to draw your line in between your two brown wings, like this. Blend it out with a little teeny tiny blending brush and a dark brown. I'm gonna do the little pearls in another video, so sorry. Don't hate me, but I only have 20 seconds. I went ahead and applied the gems off camera, but I did film it, so you can go check that out. I added a little bit of blush. I used Wherever Walnut, MAC Honey Pot, and a little bit of the YSL 79 lipstick on my lips. I added a little bit of the Huda Beauty blush, as well as the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Had Butter, the NYX Champagne Highlighter, MAC Mascara, and then the Wild Child Self-Adhesive Lashes from Lily Lashes. And this might be my favorite look I've ever done.